What up, everybody? I'm your host, JP, and this is my co-host, Josh.
Hey, everyone.
And welcome back to another episode of the FIlmBros podcast. I hope everybody had a good Memorial weekend. We're recording this a day after, so sorry if we didn't, hit you guys up with the Tuesday's episode of Happy Memorial Weekend, but hopefully everybody had a good Memorial weekend. Hopefully y'all saluted the troops on Monday and you guys had barbecues with the family, did all that good stuff, as holidays you expect to. I didn't see a lot of people online yesterday, which is a positive thing. It wasn't like a lot of negativity online. It was mostly just chill.
Yeah.
Not too much happening, so it was a good thing.
Yeah, it was pretty quiet.
Good day.
Like overall, I guess. Nothing crazy, no drama, no nothing. No one was posting any news or any updates. I think it pretty much just went quiet. I feel like everyone was just sort of understood what kind of day it was. So.
Yeah. It was a day to just chill the F out. We're not trying to be the first ones today.
It's not about the petty stuff. It's about the ones that protect the petty stuff.
Yeah. But we're going to get into some petty stuff really quick, as our first topic is Homelander versus Superman. Now, this is an interesting one. Now, obviously, there's a lot of debate in the back end. We will talk about that in the comments and whatnot. But Anthony Starr coming out saying Homelander would kick Superman's ass, and this is his quote right here. It says, "There's no there's no kryptonite factor, and homie would fight so dirty. He's the type to go, 'Oh, you got me,' as he goes down and comes up, throw sand in your eyes. Whereas Superman is always like, 'Oh, I wouldn't do that.' There's innocent children that might get hurt. Homie's going to use human kids as human shields for himself."
Yeah, I mean, bro. This weird hype train that him and Jack Quaid have been on, where they are like, "Oh, Homelander could probably beat Superman," is crazy because it's not true. Far from the truth, if you ask me.
So you take Superman?
I'm taking Superman.
Okay. I wouldn't say Homelander would win. I would personally say Superman would win as well. But I feel like my reasons are different from your reasons. So I'm gonna give mine first, okay, and then you can let me know why. And my reason is, he snapped Zod's neck. What does that tell you? He's doing the same thing to Homelander. That's just my reason. But some people are going to be like, that's invalid because Man of Steel. Whatever.
Oh, well,
I digress.
Every iteration of Superman, I guess. But, if it is the merits of DCEU Superman versus Homelander, like the TV versus movie, I guess, it has to be Henry Cavill Superman, right? Because if it's comics, same thing applies, but the comic Superman is way too broken. Like, we haven't even seen Henry Cavill's full potential, I guess, but we know that he's giving him the hand.
Okay. So in your head, you're putting up Cavill's Man of Steel versus Homelander.
Yeah.
Okay, what if it's Brandon Routh Superman?
He'd still have a harder time, but I don't think that Superman didn't really fight. I don't think, right?
Not really.
Christopher Reeve's Superman wasn't really throwing hands like that.
No, he just knew how to stop things aggressively because he was the immovable object.
Mm-hmm. So, he'd have the same problems. It just, I guess, a Superman that just doesn't fight, I guess. Or doesn't really, doesn't have the skills of fighting anyone. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. Sure. I don't know. I just think Superman would probably take it. Homelander, he seems like he'll chicken out at the first, sign of pain.
Exactly. Him, yeah. Probably, right? He'd probably be like, "Oh, I'm the fucking Homelander," and as soon as Superman goes to hit him and actually hits him, he's gonna be like, "Oh shit, that broke a rib." You know what I mean? It's not. I don't think it's anything to equivalent something, because he hasn't run into anyone as strong as him other than what? Soldier Boy.
Yeah, and even then he was getting his shit rocked there too.
Exactly. So, someone 10 times, and he's supposed to be like a copy of him. Superman takes it. Superman takes it all across the board. I don't think there's any universe where
Superman loses.
Yeah, where Homelander takes this W.
Without kryptonite, Superman technically can't die.
Basically.
So you can give him an ass whooping all you want. He's just gonna get back up and give you one back, and eventually he's gonna get tired of it and fold you like a popsicle or pretzel, whatever the fuck.
Yeah. One of those things.
Omni-Man or Homelander?
Omni-Man.
Why does Homelander get the shit stick then?
He's the weakest. He's the weakest of this Superman clone copy. Evil Superman clone copy, whatever.
Yeah.
That's just what it comes down to. He's the strongest in his universe, but that's because he can do all this stuff and he's bulletproof and this and that. But at the end of the day, he's still human. You get what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like, yeah, he's a genetic experiment, but he's made up of human DNA. He's human. He's basically fighting aliens that are like buffed to 100.
Makes sense. I don't know. Kind of crazy though. It's a funny debate. I mean, a lot of people sound off for Superman. Yeah, Superman knocking his head clean off. Oh, I think
there's this.
There's us right there. Homelander tries to fight dirty. Superman trying. Invincible.
Yeah, I thought you were stronger.
I thought you were stronger. I'm assuming that's Superman. Like
that's Superman. As soon as he punches a hole right through him.
Superman to Homelander's punches. LeBron James doing the little. Yeah, everybody seems like Superman knocking everybody out. It says Superman doing this to Homelander while only using 30% of his power.
Yeah, Homelander can use all the dirty tricks he wants, but Superman's gonna find a way to basically counter all that too. So.
Yeah. Let me see if I can play this clip. It says Superman doing this to Homelander while only using 30% of his power.
Me? I've got a different problem. I feel like I live in a world made of cardboard, always taking constant care not to break something, to break someone. Never allowing myself to lose control, even for a moment, or someone could die. But you can take it, can't you, big man? What we have here is a rare opportunity for me to cut loose and show you just how...
Yeah, I wouldn't want Superman to cut loose on me, bro.
I mean...
He took him off the floor.
Yeah.
The dark side took some inches off the ground.
He beat the fuck out of him, right? That's just what Superman's mentality is usually. You know what I mean? Like, he'd assess the problem simply by being like, "Oh, we got to see how strong he is, because if he isn't this strong to where he can take my punch, he's gonna blow right through them, right?"
Yeah.
So as soon as Homelander does, I don't even think we've seen him at his strongest. You know what I mean?
Homelander?
Yeah.
No, I think the most that he said was like threaten to keep spinning the world or something.
Yeah. He's been doing nothing but threats, but we've never seen him go all out, I guess. So it's hard to gauge that. And I mean,
can he actually do it?
He's mostly killing like humans. You know what I'm saying? So like the bar is.
All I know is that Superman. You know, I think this leads to another question: Would Superman kill Homelander if necessary?
I'm pretty sure. On accident. I don't think it'd be on purpose.
You don't think Superman will decapitate Homelander?
Not on purpose.
Not on purpose?
Not on purpose, no. I think, again, depending on how hard he's being hit, Superman will easily be like, "Oh, he could probably take a punch from me." And then go to punch him and then be like, "Oh, shit, he can't survive a punch from me at all." Like, I think that's, like, worst case scenario.
He's like, Darkseid was able to take this easy. Let me see.
Not even just Darkseid. Other people that he'd be fighting, like Metallo and all the people that he goes up against that have superpowers can usually take a punch from him. And not him at full strength either. So,
damn. So, Superman would give Homelander the pause.
Yeah, he would.
That these people, Anthony Starr, should just keep playing Homelander and hope that he never meets Superman.
Exactly. Because there's no amount of fighting dirty, quote unquote, that will save you from Superman.
What if he just swings children at Superman? What happens then?
What do you mean?
What happens then? He's flinging children at Superman.
He's gonna do his best to save them.
The babies?
Yeah.
And then right when he's saving them, boom, sucker punch. Then more babies, saving the babies, boom, sucker punch.
Eventually Superman's gonna find a way to counter all that. He's faster than him too. You know that? Like, he's like, it's not a debate. On his best day, he keeps up with the Flash. So, like,
is the Flash technically faster?
He is. He can be 10 times faster.
Interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting.
Scaling is an interesting game, but I mean, yeah, Homelander being top dog in his universe could mean something in his universe, but playing with people like him, like Superman, Omni-Man, all these like fake people. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's not gonna work.
Interesting. But let us know out there who you guys think would win. Homelander versus Superman. I guess it doesn't matter which iteration, just Superman themselves. Do you think Homelander will take it? You think Superman? Let us know your guys' thoughts. Josh obviously thinks if you pick Homelander, you're
fucking delusional.
well. So let us know out there. But moving on though, top dog of Hollywood now. When I was growing up, the actors that were, everywhere, Tom Cruise, Cameron Diaz, Amy Schumer had her little shine. Melissa McCarthy was doing a little bit. You had Brad Pitt, George Clooney. All these people were growing up.
Yeah.
I was growing up with. I understand. Don't look at me like that.
I was only confused because you said Amy Schumer and
Melissa
McCarthy, and then you said Brad Pitt.
That was all of them. That was I grew up with them, and then Amy Schumer was making her rise back in 06, 07.
It's a funny list to have because you're like, oh,
I had to deal with these people too. Some worse people.
Okay, keep going with your point before I start ranting about things that aren't important.
Yeah, so I had all these people. Now they're getting to the point where I even told you before. I think when we did our movie theater talk
about
last
box
episode. Yeah, box office. There was that I felt for a time there was a big divide. Older actors were moving on to older things, and we didn't have the young actors that a lot of people grow up with and see them shine, get to bigger places, and et cetera, et cetera. And then we tried to narrow it down, and we talked about it a little bit deeper. But now the Hollywood Reporter seemed to have heard us because they gave us a top 10 list of up-and-coming hot actors that people are talking about today and want to see today. I'm going to go down this list, and you let me know because this is more your generation. Now,
okay.
I think I've seen everybody on this list at least one time, but we'll see how relevant they are, how hot and how in demand they are within the industry, at least from what we know from our podcast, right?
Okay.
At number 10, we do have Austin Butler.
Okay.
They call him the Golden Boy.
Yeah, kind of low. I could see him being like the next Johnny Depp at his best. You know what I'm saying? Like having the similar career. He does kind of look like him at some points. Like this picture, if you showed me a picture of him and a young Johnny Depp, I could see them being like brothers.
There's some similarities.
I could see them being like brothers for sure.
I really didn't see the appeal of this man. With Elvis coming out and him being like, "Oh, my voice never got back to normal since Elvis." Never really saw the appeal.
He's just one of those improv actors.
Yeah.
Apparently he's not good at it.
Yeah.
If his voice can stay the same, but I could see he's in high demand for sure.
Yeah,
number 10.
I think ever since Elvis really
Sounds
put him up
right,
there.
yeah.
And then from what I heard, his performance in Dune 2, I gotta still watch it. I'm gonna get there, but his performance in Dune 2 is very much a highlight according to people.
Yeah.
So, moving on, we got Timothy Chalamet, The Sure Thing.
Sure.
I personally can't take him seriously.
I don't know.
I even seen him in Dune, and I was like, I can't, man. It's so hard.
Okay. This picture doesn't do
it. Doesn't do him
favors,
justice. Yeah, I don't know why the Hollywood
But
Reporter
okay,
did this.
Timothy Chalamet. I would say he's in high demand, but not for acting chops. If that makes any sense. He looks like he can sell. That's it. He's just he's just a common white boy. Yeah.
Huh.
Dune 2. Apparently, Dune 2 is really good.
I haven't seen it yet.
Yeah,
he did okay in Dune 1.
Oh, yeah.
I would say like his full body of work that I've seen him act throughout the whole thing, he did good in Dune 1. But I don't know if I would put him in high demand for that performance.
Yeah, apparently Dune 2 is his ticket or whatever. But it's like, well, is it high demand because he had 3 movies back to back? That doesn't really.
He also had
anything.
Wonka. I didn't hear anybody talk Wonka.
That's why. That one came out during the holidays, so maybe that one didn't get a fair shake either. I would say yeah, but he hasn't found. They haven't found him yet.
I feel like he still needs a little bit of proof.
Yes, yeah.
Before we can
Austin
say
Butler,
he's like high in demand.
Austin Butler should be ahead of him realistically.
I personally would say Austin Butler before Timothy,
okay.
but well, at least we're on the same page. Okay,
Yeah.
all right. Moving down, Jacob Elordi, the shy heartthrob.
Yeah.
I've been seeing him on a lot of places.
He's done his dirt. I didn't know he made 3 of the damn Kissing Booth movies. He's very much in high demand.
Yeah, I just need to see him in more serious roles.
Well, yeah, he's picking and choosing carefully, which I think is smart for his up-and-coming career.
Yeah.
But I could see him being great down the line.
Yeah, eventually he's going to reach like this. Like, he looks to me like a young Joaquin Phoenix.
Yeah.
Like, he looks like somebody that will eventually be at that status. And if he can make a couple mob movies...
Yeah, he just needs to break out of that whole, like, 6-foot heartthrob, like, drama shit, basically.
Yeah, because Kissing Booth did not really set
Kissing
him up.
Booth, Euphoria, what else did he do?
Yeah.
Like,
There's a lot of, like,
the Salt Bird or whatever the shit was called.
Yeah, the weird
like,
one.
Where he's playing, like, I understand he's youthful and stuff, and he can probably be, like, what is his
play
name?
younger characters?
Yeah, he can play younger characters, but, I mean, that's not going to do you any favors in the long run either.
No, I mean, eventually you're going to age out, but...
That's why, in the long run.
Yeah.
If he's still doing it now, career-wise, they're going to keep looking at him until that ticket doesn't stick anymore.
But I would put Jacob Elordi before Austin and Timothy.
For sure.
So I think this is a good spot. Moving on, Paul Mescal, the art house prince. Now, he doesn't have a picture for some reason.
He doesn't have a picture? Paul Mescal? I don't... Paul Mescal.
Oh, it's because he's in the header. Yeah, he's right here.
Oh, he's the guy in the front.
Yeah, he's this dude. Paul Mescal.
Paul Mescal. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think so.
I haven't seen him in anything. I think his first body of work that I'm going to consume will be Gladiator 2.
Right? That's the name that I'm finding, like, where it usually is. The Lost Daughter, God's Creatures.
Yeah, no.
He was in After Sun. Don't know him.
Yeah, nope. But he is gonna be in Gladiator 2.
Yeah.
He's gonna be surrounded by a bunch of like actors: Pedro Pascal, Denzel Washington. Who else? I think Russell Crowe is returning. Joaquin Phoenix is gonna be there too.
He's gonna have a high caliber cast with him.
Yeah, so he'll have people, and if at one point we did have rumors that he was in running for the Human Torch.
Yeah.
So he could be just trying to find the right role that's gonna rocket him, and if Gladiator 2 seems to do that, all right. But other than that, I don't think I've seen him in
Gladiator 2 could also like hurt him tremendously though, because
he was in Normal People.
Yeah,
I've never seen that one.
Yeah. But if he's with all these seasoned actors and stuff, and he's the weakest link, you'll be able to tell immediately. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't call him in high demand. I haven't seen him in much, so. He's for right now. The list is crazy, but I would put him at the bottom for number 10 for sure.
See, it says right here, audience perceptions are likely to change with Gladiator 2. However, footage of this year's CinemaCon impressed theater owners, and Mescal is near the top of the list for major studio roles, including as one of the Fab Four in Sam Mendes's coming Beatles movie.
Oh, he's gonna be one of the Beatles.
Yeah,
that's interesting.
He looks like he could play that role from the picture up top.
Yeah.
But yeah, I would say Gladiator 2 is gonna really show us what he got, especially being in a high caliber room with all these actors. He's gonna have to either show up or be upstage, and if he's upstage, we got a new lead for Gladiator 3.
Yeah.
Or if that ever happens. Moving on though, Jenna Ortega.
Yes.
The Gen Z obsession.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, this one is. I mean,
this is a no-brainer.
Yeah.
I think a lot of people were very like, are still on her too.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, when she left Scream, I was like, "Fuck, dude, this shit sucks."
Yeah. No, she's definitely.
Because that's how I knew her.
Yeah, she's definitely in high demand now that she's older and stuff, and she has her own stuff going on. Yeah, that one makes sense. Like out of all the entire list, if any of them were shaky ground, she's the most definite one because I understand.
Yeah, Jenna Ortega has been making
She's a good actress.
Wednesday. I mean, she even got producer creds now for Wednesday season 2. She's moving.
Exactly,
she's moving.
Yeah.
She's doing what she got to do. Like I said, unfortunately, we lost her for Scream 7.
Yeah, and she started on TV. She started on like Disney Channel and stuff.
Oh, she did when she was a lot younger. Apparently, a lot of these people did. Even like Glenn Powell. Apparently, he was that doctor kid in Spy Kids 3.
Yeah,
I didn't even know that.
I didn't know that either.
Insane.
It's just crazy.
Insane. Oh, speaking of him, he's the next one on the list. Glenn Powell, the Megawatt Smile. He was in Top Gun Maverick. He was in Hidden Figures.
Yeah.
Expendables 3. I don't even remember him in that one. I gotta rewatch that in order to remember his face. But yeah, like I said, even in Spy Kids 3, I didn't even know that was him. He was a lot younger.
I would say this one makes sense too.
He's becoming high demand.
Very popular recently.
I think that some people spoke to him about like him wanting to join Marvel or something. He was just like, I don't want to at all.
Yeah.
Right.
Mm.
So he's
could be damaging.
Yeah. So he's like in that spot where he's trying to build his career up like
without help from a
carefully
MCU.
And I see him as like the next Brad Pitt type.
Yeah,
shit.
he could be good.
Yeah.
Sure.
I want to see him in that Hitman.
This one makes sense.
I want to see him in that Hitman.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's coming out. Unfortunately, it's Netflix movie.
Yeah.
But I want to like. He's been attracting my eye for sure.
Okay.
Glenn Powell.
Very good.
Moving on though, Florence Pugh, the chameleon. Yeah, where are they coming up with these headers, bro? They sound like villains and shit.
I know. These sounds like characters from like Clue, like the game Clue. High demand Florence Pugh. I think at one point, yeah. Yes, but maybe the time has passed. I'm not too sure. I think she probably got stuck in the MCU formula because of.
She was in Oppenheimer.
Well, yeah, but I think she said she didn't really like that role because of the being mistress, and I think she had something to say about the sex scene also.
She said she didn't have a problem with it. Weren't they like censoring it?
I don't know. This one's kind of shaky.
I've never seen her as like, oh yeah, give her to me kind of thing. I know when people were like, oh, this is like her best piece of work, and it was Midsommar, which she did do good. Yeah. I'm not saying that she didn't, but I've never seen her as like high demand. And Don't Worry, Darling didn't really do her any favors for me either. So I'm not very much on the hype train. Black Widow didn't really do much for me either. I didn't care for that movie. So I've seen her in a few movies, and I probably only liked her in 1 out of 4 or 5 films that I've seen her in.
She's a good actress. I don't want to discredit her too much because I know she's good. I do like some of her movies and stuff, but I don't think I hear her name come around too often either. That's my thing. Because I do know she has the chops and she is good, but I don't think she's in that high demand either.
Yeah, no, she's not having she's not in every single film right now.
Yeah, she hasn't had that run yet.
At one point, we thought she was gonna get that, but it just didn't happen.
Yeah.
If anything, Sydney Sweeney's having more of a run. I'm not sure. Moving on to Sydney Sweeney, the Hustler, another top 10. I mean, you can't even deny it. We went to Madam Web for her.
Basically.
Can't even, like, everybody who's listening to this, if you watch Madam Web, we know you watched it for Sydney. Don't lie.
Basically. She is a very much high demand. She fucking skyrocketed very quickly. So I would say, yeah, this makes sense. Her over Florence Pugh. She's having a good run.
I mean, she plays it smart. She even said herself, like, she knows that she's pretty. She knows all that. So she's using everything that she has to her advantage. So
shit, bro.
What a fucking playmaker.
Get your bag, bro. And, like, that's like the best way to put it. Because I'm not saying, like, Florence Pugh isn't, like, attractive or anything like that. But I would say she's probably a better actress, right, than Sydney Sweeney for the most part.
Who?
Florence.
She's better than Sydney?
Mm-hmm.
I would have to say so because all I've seen Sydney in like a good movie or a good show, whatever, is Euphoria. And even then, I feel like she used a lot of her sexual appeal in that show. And I feel like that kind of like helps make up for the lack of needing to act or whatever. So I wanted to see her when, you know, she's not playing somebody like that. So I'm yet to see Immaculate. I gotta watch that.
Yeah.
Just so I can see what she has to offer there. And then it's basically, I think that's all I've seen her in.
Yeah.
I haven't seen her in anything else.
But she's been in high demand basically.
Oh, she was in there in Anyone But You, but I mean, seen what people have been looking at, so I'm like, you know what I mean? You already know what people are there for.
Yeah.
It's not necessarily.
It's not for the movie.
I don't know if it's for the movie or if it's for her at this point.
I'm pretty sure it's for her.
And that's the fucked up part.
Right?
I mean, it's good to ogle or whatever. It's fine, but I mean,
But
at that point, I can't gauge if you're a good actress or not.
Yeah.
You're just using your sex appeal a little too aggressively. So, I would
wants to be like Scarlett Johansson, but Scarlett Johansson knew how to act too. So
yeah. What's that one movie?
that's probably the only thing about Florence Pugh. Because like I said, I don't know if people find her too attractive to be like, oh yeah, she's hot, I'm gonna go see it because she's in it, but because she genuinely has chops. And Sydney Sweeney doesn't.
Yeah, no, I think Sydney Sweeney. At least right now, I don't think a lot of people know her for her chops. I think a lot of people know her for her sex appeal.
Exactly. So she is in high demand, but probably not for the right reason.
Yeah. But we'll keep an eye on you, Sydney. Don't worry.
Yeah. Sorry to discredit you fully, I guess.
Nah, not fully. Just a little bit. Just to let you know, like, show us a little bit more acting.
Yeah.
You know, you ain't got to show your tatas all the time. It's okay. Moving on, though. Oh, yeah. Anya Taylor-Joy, the genre queen. She doesn't show her tatas everywhere. See, she's a great actress. I think she could be one of the best one of these days. Like, Anya Taylor-Joy, like, she's been doing all kinds of things. She's in Furiosa right now. Fucking, I started recognizing her since, what was it? Honestly, and it's a shitty movie, but New Mutants. I feel like she really tried to shine.
She carried that movie.
Yeah, and I was just like, damn. So if you can carry at least this little bit, I can only imagine when the script is good. So I think she's gonna do amazing. The Menu was great. I loved her in The Menu. She played the hell out of Princess Peach. I think she's been doing great. I want to see her in Furiosa, but I gotta rewatch Mad Max before I can, or Fury Road before I can do that.
Yeah, that makes sense. That's basically where I was going with it. I really liked her in The Menu. I think she's probably going to do really good. I would say, yeah, she's in high demand because she is in everything as of recently also. Makes sense to me.
Yeah. She was in M. Night Shyamalan's Split, too.
Yeah.
Yeah, she was good in Split. I liked her in Split. Moving on, Zendaya, the unicorn.
What the fuck?
Yeah, I don't know. I'm telling you, they're just coming up with crazy names now.
Ryan Johnson came up with this shit.
To be honest, Zendaya's been on my radar. I don't even care. Like, I feel like she's been hustling for years.
Yeah.
She almost took the pop game by storm.
Almost. Well, I mean, yeah. She's obviously...
Want to put this song on replay?
Yeah, okay, dog.
Yeah.
We know.
Yeah.
We don't gotta...
It was good.
Right. I don't know if... We know she's in high demand, obviously. Like, that's a no-brainer, right? Like, Zendaya is, like, top-tier shit. Everybody wants her. She's in Dune. She was in The Challengers. She's fucking Mary Jane. Like she's obviously in high demand. Mm-hmm. That's not something to
I did not like her run as Mary Jane so much because the whole being a downer and a loner and shit like that is kind of annoying. Yeah. We seen that in Euphoria too, and that kind of was annoying for me as well. But and other things, she's great. But I will say I don't like her playing that like downer herself, and I think that kind of sucked in the MCU too.
I see what you're saying, but she is a very much high demand regardless.
Hell yeah! I want to see some Zendaya.
Okay.
Some Zendaya.
Okay, but did you see Challengers?
I did not. I don't think I'm gonna watch that one.
Okay.
Yeah. It's just not my. It's not my thing.
Well, there you go, man. There you go.
I don't. I it's just.
It's tennis.
That kind of. It's not just tennis. She's fondling other balls.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Oh my god. What a way to put that. Oh my god. We gotta move on. We can't let that stay for too long.
Okay.
Oh my god.
Oh, we're out of the list.
Oh god.
that's where we. If that's where we end it, I guess that it is what it is. I mean, out of this whole list, who is your top? Toppity top.
Anya Taylor-Joy.
Anya Taylor-Joy.
Yeah.
Her or Glenn Powell? I would say male and female. Her and Glenn Powell.
Austin Butler.
Okay. Over Powell.
Yes.
I should fuck you up.
What, man?
I'm just
Shut
kidding.
up.
I'm playing. No violence.
But
Anyways,
all those made sense for the most part. I think the only one that I was pretty much very shaky with was,
Florence Pugh.
no,
Oh.
fuck, the one that's gonna be in Gladiator.
Oh, Paul Mescal.
Yes, Paul Mescal.
Yeah. Well, that's because we haven't seen anything from
Exactly.
him.
That's why.
I would
How
say-
can he be in high demand if we haven't seen him in like anything?
Apparently, he's getting a bunch of offers. He's just picking and choosing too. I think he's looking for that right role to really break him out, and I think that's why Gladiator is going to be that movie to look out for. Because I think that's the one like where he's going to give it his all.
Maybe. I could see it happening.
It would be great. I would say Florence Pugh shaky, because I don't know, man. I don't think she's as relevant as like the rest of them anymore. She was at one point, and I think "Don't Worry, Darling" was gonna make or break that. But I think the whole focus on going to the BTS and now
She just got stuck.
yeah,
She
and then
got stuck-
MCU, it's like
She got stuck in the MCU because I mean she was like, oh, I gotta keep my stuff open for Thunderbolts.
you gotta understand the first MCU film being Black Widow. Yeesh.
Yeah, but everybody liked her in Black Widow.
Yeah, but I didn't like Black Widow.
But yeah,
I didn't like her in Black Widow, so not everybody.
okay, 1 out of 10. Like I don't know.
I liked her better in Hawkeye, but Hawkeye was a shit show too.
Okay, maybe just do better, man. I don't know.
Wow. You liked Echo. That's right.
I said Echo was all right. It
No,
was
you
decent.
said, and I quote, I love Echo.
I didn't say that.
Yeah.
That's not what I said. How are you gonna be like I quote and then misquote the entire shit?
That's
You're no better than these.
I
news
quote,
outlets.
Kingpin was great.
Oh God, man. Anyway, let us know what you think about
The
Hollywood Reporter's top 10 newest and upcoming actors. Is that what it's called?
Yeah. Most relevant.
Yeah.
Who,
let us know
who
if
do you
this
think
list is missing out.
Yeah, who are you guys talking about? Really? Who are you guys
How
talking
did
about
Timothy
more?
Chalamet make the list, but like not Tom Holland?
That was a big question, right? Where's Tom Holland? Because I kind of feel like he's been everywhere more
He
than
took a fat hiatus. He was not kidding about taking a break from Hollywood after that Apple TV show.
I mean, if I was gonna be seen getting shit rammed up my ass, I would take a hiatus too.
Crazy.
Moving on though.
Crazy.
Moving on though. Scoop taken with a grain of salt. We're gonna talk about this only because it seems to be that Giancarlo Esposito, is kind of throwing us off. Now we did talk about him last couple episodes. He's been rumored to be making his way through Marvel. Fahi's been speaking to him. He's being kind of zip-lipped about everything that's happening. A scooper that's getting a lot of traction. That's why we're only speaking about it. I haven't heard from him before, but Holyfield News, well, I have heard of him, but none of his scoops get traction like this. Daniel RPK is kind of backing him up on a couple of these points that he's making as well. So take it with a grain of salt, but we don't know if this is actually happening. This is more on the Kang front and the Avengers 5 and 6, right? No, 4 and 5.
4 and 5.
4 and 5. That are going to be, 5 and 6.
5 and 6.
5 and 6.
No, yeah, Endgame was 4.
Yeah,
Sorry.
5 and 6. That we're going to see coming out. So, first, I guess, scoop that we're going to talk about is that the Council of Kangs will be going forward, but will be played by different actors. Some that aren't currently popular in the industry. A well-known high-budget actor will be cast as Kang Prime, the main variant. So that could be meaning potentially that they're going to retcon that whole Kang is every single, or Jonathan Majors is every single Kang, and basically make it how Spider-Man No Way Home did in different variants. Would they look different in different universes? And there's going to be one head, which I'm assuming could possibly be Giancarlo Esposito.
I would not be able to take him seriously if he doesn't do anything physical. You know what I'm saying? Like if he doesn't look like a threat, but he's still that skinny version of himself, I couldn't see that. Something because I think that probably look very silly. But I also know he's old, so it's gonna be tough to make that believable. But at the same time, they should have been doing this multiverse shit from the beginning. Because I mean, Howard 3 Peter's gonna look the same, or look different, and then Doctor Strange's all look the same, all the Kangs look the same. I don't know, man. But I could see it makes sense to have them now be different actors because banking it all on one had them shit the bed last time. So
yeah.
man, I'm gonna miss Jonathan Majors. Oh my god.
Well, I mean, don't count him out just yet. He could always make a comeback. We just don't know when. Sucks because Jonathan Majors could have made that top 10 actors list too.
And then he got into that accident.
He didn't get in an accident. It wasn't an accident.
Nah,
Proven
man.
by court that it wasn't an accident. So, unfortunately, that we have to put it that way because we can't just spread misinformation like that. But, yeah, man, a well-known actor, Giancarlo Esposito, as one of the mains would be cool. That's kind of how I was hoping that this was going to kind of go, where it would have been Jonathan Majors as the main Kang. When Ant-Man Quantumanium came out and we got that post-credit scene where he was all of them, it kind of threw my theory out the window. So it kind of, maybe that's why I had a little bit of a animosity towards the film.
Yeah.
Is I thought it would have been Jonathan Majors, and then his right-hand man would have been a different kind of Kang variant. You know what I mean? Even if it was like a short, fucked up looking one or whatever, just to be like, oh, there's different versions out there. And then the other one on his other side was going to be like his brute strength Kang or something. You know what I mean? Like, I thought we were going to see him build an army of Kangs and, that have different strengths from different universes.
Well, I mean, I'm pretty sure that's what he was doing. They all, for the most part, look different. Like, the Egyptian one, the one that kind of looked like Apocalypse was kind of crazy. Like, I feel like they were going that route, and now they're just trying to throw it out the window to be like, oh, he probably was only gathering a coup, and he only gathered a select few that looked like him around the thousands of the multiverse. But I mean, he was able to fill a fucking football stadium with people that look like him, right?
Mm-hmm.
Man, I don't know. I don't know how to feel. I don't think Giancarlo Esposito is, although he's a good actor, I would have still preferred him as Charles Xavier because I don't think he can do this role where he has to also look like a threat.
I mean, what if he doesn't have to be a physical threat? He could just be like the brains behind an operation or something.
The brains behind the operation,
like he,
also
like
has to
be
kind of strong, right?
I mean,
powerful.
You gotta be a brute, What if your strength is your brain? What if his specific one? I don't know, was born with Charles Xavier's powers or something. And now he's like, or he was able to suck out his mutation. Pause. I don't know.
That just sounds unappealing, man. I can't get behind this.
You just don't like it because Jonathan Majors is not in the picture. It's time to let it go.
It's not even just because of that. It's because they painted this picture and now they're like, oh, fuck this picture, and threw it out the window.
It's not just out of a whim.
Yes, it is.
What do you mean? Some big stuff happened in between.
Well, yeah, a lot of stuff happened, obviously. Yeah. But think about it. We haven't heard from Kang in forever, and now we're supposed to just sit back and be like, oh, yeah, no, that didn't happen, and then they're just gonna try and pick up from where they left off. No. From a storytelling standpoint, that doesn't make any fucking sense.
I mean, technically, the movies have been on a pause this whole time. The last time we seen them was in Loki. That was the last MCU project, right?
Yeah.
Besides the Marvels?
Oh, yeah. The last one to deal with Kang, actually. But, I mean, why didn't the Marvels sprinkle out Kang? Or whatever the fuck they were doing? Why didn't...
They were introducing the X-Men.
Why didn't... well, I know Deadpool 3 is, like, the only one to come out. But, I mean, what... Are we going to get a Kang reference in there? Are we going to see something like that? And then what? We're going to have to wait a year to hear more from Kang and throughout movies that have nothing to do with him? Captain America, Thunderbolts, this and that. Like, they are not handling this multiversal threat like I thought they would have.
No, because some things happened in between. I really fucked it. But either which way, the plan that they were planning to do was still fucked up from the jump, in my opinion. Because that whole, all of them looked the same. Like I said, it would have been better if it was different ones, so we could have, it would have helped the audience members to kind of differentiate between, you know, certain Kangs or whatever, you know what I mean? Like, what if there was four main ones that were trying to balance out, and at the end of it, they were going to turn on each other, and, you know, there could only be one or something, right? That he who remains, the one at the very end of it all. Like, it could have been something like that, and it just... they just went a completely different way that I didn't expect them to go.
I don't know, man. I thought it was working out fine. And then they shit the bed.
Season 2 of Loki was kind of...
No, it wasn't.
The Kang in there was kind of...
I mean, there was no... He was Kang before King. Doesn't really count. Right?
No.
John Connor isn't John Connor, the fucking war vet. When Terminator goes back to him, he's a fucking loser.
No, but he still has that warrior within him.
And so did that Kang.
I didn't see it.
Well, that's on you.
He turned into spaghetti noodles multiple times.
Well, yeah, he was dying because of the fucking core being unstable.
I feel like the Kang that we seen in like Quantumania and in different versions of the MCU would have figured out a way to basically get the upper hand while they're all turning to spaghetti and him not.
That Kang couldn't even get out of the goddamn quantum realm without dying to Ant-Man of all people.
Oh, yeah. MCU has not been doing a good job setting this man up. That's their fault. Like I said, shitty way to introduce him. You're over here praising it. They didn't have a good way. I just proved it to you, and you just gave it to me. They do not have a good way. This whole setup that they've been doing with Jonathan Majors, this whole rollout,
not
fuck up since the
Jonathan
jump.
Majors, Kang as a whole. They shoved them in a movie that people didn't really give a fuck about, and then they gave me two of the best goddamn shows or seasons of a show that I really love. There's no way to put it, and then it's just silence from Kang ever since.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So really, fuck the MCU, and I don't think I can see Giancarlo Esposito as King. Sorry, not sorry. I think, give him the Charles role. Do not waste this man like this.
What do you mean? It would be cool. No, I'm with the make him a King. I'm with.
If he's Kang, bro, it's a wrap for me. I can't.
What does that even mean?
It means I'd probably be done up until we see him
eating.
Huh?
Done eating?
Whatever the fuck they're cooking, yeah.
Oh, like you're not gonna consume any more MCU?
Yeah.
Like this would be the thing. So you get the news saying Giancarlo Esposito took the job as Kang, and you're not watching Deadpool and Wolverine.
If Deadpool and Wolverine is like, well, I mean, I'm assuming when he's hyping this up, that's probably where we're gonna see it. And if that's the case, holy fuck, bro. That would probably be the last MCU thing for a while.
Wow. But I just feel like that's just Jonathan Majors related.
It's not. It's Kang related.
Is it?
Yes. I can't see him as Kang. I don't see him as a physical threat. The reason why he worked as Gus Fring and all that is because, yeah, he was a mastermind and stuff and untouchable, but he felt like a presence that for that show and for that universe he needed to be, which was a crime boss.
You not see that episode of The Boys where he basically said to Homelander that you're not a superhero, you're just bad product? To his face, that whole speech. Yeah, man, he could be Kang, bro.
No,
that whole speech,
you can look,
and
like
he
a
wasn't,
supervillain.
and he wasn't intimidated or nothing. Come on, dog. Yeah, he could be Kang, bro.
No. He can look like a supervillain, but it's not gonna work if he can't build
the
up
amount
like a
of charisma this man would ooze out of his body would be insane as Kang. Insane. You just don't understand.
Out of all the supervillains that we've seen, they've looked like supervillains.
Giancarlo Esposito looks like a supervillain.
Not like a Kang supervillain. He looked like Magneto way before I trusted him to be Kang. There's no way.
You just say Magneto? Now I know you're really jerking my chain.
What the fuck? What the fuck was that?
That's how flabbergasted I am.
Jesus.
I had a flabbergast to you.
Okay. Wait. I'm not going to dig any further into that. But I really feel like that is a giant misstep. Like, that is like shit the bed level of fucking.
I think that's
Like,
an L take.
You just got done fucking changing the sheets from Jonathan Major shit. You're gonna have to do it again when this hits the fan.
Giancarlo Esposito are some clean sheets, okay? He is a pair of clean sheets. You know what's a pair of dirty sheets? Jonathan Major's Kang, okay? You know how bad that bed is shitted on? Worse than Johnny Depp's bed.
That's crazy.
Yeah, worse than Johnny Depp's bed. That's how bad he shit the bed.
I don't know. I can't get behind this.
Giancarlo Esposito is the clean sheet.
I hope it's not true.
Let us know out there what you guys think. Would you like to see Giancarlo Esposito as a variant of Kang? What kind of Kang variants do you want to see? I know we had other people in the running. Coleman Domingo. I think John Boyega at one point. I don't know if he debunked that one or not. Idris Elba, but he's also Heimdall already, so I don't even know how that would work out. You know, multiverse and whatnot.
Heimdall is Kang?
Yeah, that'd be crazy. Just a bunch of questions. Kang in general is just a big question mark. I think I was even hearing rumors at one point. Take it with a grain of salt, people, that Avengers 5 isn't even going to be a big ensemble film. It's going to be a bunch of different missions and the Avengers kind of coming together so they could team up for what's going to happen in Avengers 6. So
Who knows?
at this point, everything's up in the air. This whole Jonathan Majors fiasco really yucked the yum of the MCU. So it's kind of like, what can we do now? They're trying to move forward. It's just a lot of questions. But I don't know. I feel like Josh has an L take. Let us know out there what you guys think. L for him.
Stop trying to sound young. Just be like, damn, that's dumb, and move forward. Don't be like,
damn, I'm moving on. Anyways, Dua Lipa potentially being eyed for Meg in Hercules, being directed by Anthony and Joe Russo. We did hear the little snippet that apparently they're trying to make this film very much like a musical type thing, very TikTok-ish. That I think was the verbiage. So Dua Lipa, we've seen her in Argyle for a little bit. I'm not sure what other film she came out
I think she
in.
was just in that one, Argyle.
Was it Argyle?
Yes. I think that was like her acting debut, and I think
She
that movie did
cameoed in
nice.
Barbie.
Oh, well, I mean, okay, can't really gauge acting chops off that.
I mean, yeah, I haven't seen Argyle either, so that's something that I got to see. Maybe she's barely making her acting debut, but her being side on or next to Taron Egerton's Hercules, because he was also in the running, would that be interesting?
Yeah, but I don't know if she can act.
But she could sing.
She can sing, but singing is half the job. You can act your ass off, but if you can't sing, Northwest.
Well, I mean, you can auto-tune.
Terrible.
You can be auto-tune.
Auto-tune can't save everybody.
Yeah. JoJo Siwa. I don't rock with their music, but people are listening to it,
Crazy
so I don't know.
You gotta do all that. Crazy. Hopping and hooping for what?
For
JoJo Siwa, get real.
Oh, my bad.
I don't know. I don't know if she can act. If she can sing, that's only half the battle. That's it. That's like the best I got. And I mean, what do the Russo brothers know about making a musical? You know what I'm saying? Like this movie would have been in better.
I don't know,
hands.
but they made three of the best MCU films.
They didn't sing.
Huh?
They were not singing and dancing in that bitch.
Nobody was?
What do they know about directing that? I feel like they should have just went the safer route and gave it to Lin-Manuel Miranda.
Why do you keep throwing out this man's name? I'm tired of Miranda.
Hey, man, if he's good at his job, which is making musicals and shit,
he's not.
He is.
He makes a couple bangers.
You just don't watch musicals.
Oh, wow. He makes Bruno, and all of a sudden, or what happened to Bruno, whatever the fuck. Who cares?
What the fuck?
Yeah.
Man, what are you talking about, bro?
Yeah,
See,
he made
you don't
that
even
one.
know.
He made that one song that made it a hit. And
Hamilton is arguably one of the best musicals around.
Huh?
There's Hamilton. Exactly. There's no point in like engage in this conversation
Pork?
because you don't know what you're talking about.
Ham?
Hamilton. You know that fucking guy? He's
Yes, it's a fucking play. I know what it is.
That one, In the Heights,
In the Heights?
Moana.
I'm afraid of heights. I don't care.
God damn it! But you get what I'm saying.
Moana's cool.
He's good at making these kinds of shit. It's arguably why Moana 2 won't be good because he's not a part of it.
What if it's better?
I don't think so.
I mean, he was a part of a few movies, right? He was part of a few movies.
Yeah, he's been in. I think he's had decent acting jobs. He was in that Percy Jackson show as of recently.
Oh yeah, he was.
But that's what I'm saying. He knows musicals. They should have just given it to that man and let him cook. If it turns out that he's doing the music in the fucking movie, then shit, maybe even worth seeing. But if this casting shit is true with Dua Lipa, I can't get behind it too much. Because again, singing is only half the battle.
Oh, he was in Brooklyn Nine-Nine. I remember. He played Amy's brother.
Yeah.
Yeah, we need to stop talking about this man already. Yeah, he don't make good music, bro. It's okay. It's okay music. Oh, he made it for The Little Mermaid. The Aquafina song. Let me just tell you that right now. That
You
Aquafina.
like that song?
No, that shit sucked.
You were literally singing
Scuttlebutt,
it.
Scuttlebutt.
Crazy
Scuttlebutt,
that you even
Scuttlebutt.
remember the fucking thing. It
Scuttlebutt.
was that good. See?
No, it sucked. It just can't.
The movie sucked. The music not half bad.
Encanto was pretty good. Can't lie. Can't even lie. I'm not gonna trigger nobody.
But
for
he
no
knows
reason.
he knows that kind of shit. The Russo brothers don't. That's the only argument I'm making.
But he's not a director. He's never directed anything in his life. So Anthony and Joe Russo have directed stuff, and they're gonna put their two brains together and make it work. I think this is a step in the right direction because she also looks like Meg, to be honest. And Tara Edgerton as Hercules. Come on. I think we're cooking something here. I think we're doing
Smells
something
like
good.
shit.
What? You just wanted whatever Miranda. Nobody cares.
You don't even know.
Get
the
better
shit,
taste.
bro. You
Get
don't
better
know.
taste.
You don't know because you don't listen to music and watch musicals like that. You don't know.
I listen to tons of music.
It's fine to not know about the shit. That's the point I'm making, and I don't think the Russo brothers know what they're doing with this movie.
How hard is it to just add music to a movie?
What? What do you? I would imagine it's very fucking hard.
Okay, wait. Anthony and Joe Russo are directing the film. They're not making the music. Who's attached to the music on this thing? You're arguing something completely different.
They haven't. What do you mean? They have to direct how they sing and shit like that.
You could get a fucking singing coach right there. Put him on the side. Put him to. Oh, that doesn't look good. Yeah, that looks good. Oh, that doesn't look good. Okay, yeah, do that. That's what it does.
That's so crazy that you undermined these fucking movies and what it takes to make them. Bro. Come on now.
20. When is this one coming out?
I don't even know if it's coming out. We haven't even gotten a casting for it yet.
Let me see. Okay, yeah. So it doesn't really have for the so nobody's really signed on for the live action yet.
Exactly.
So why are you tripping about Lin-Manuel Miranda?
What do you mean?
He can't even direct anything. He's not a director. He's a composer and an actor. That's right. That's right.
That's crazy.
That's what you get.
What the fuck was that?
That's right.
I don't even know what that was.
Good. Don't worry about it.
Crazy. That's crazy.
Damn.
Either way, Dua Lipa has made crazy. Fucking stupid casting. Can't get behind it.
You haven't even seen her in anything.
Exactly.
Watch Argyle.
Exactly.
Watch Argyle.
You watch Argyle.
I'm gonna watch it.
No,
I'm gonna watch it.
Oh, you're fucking.
Yeah, because the dude who made Kingsman made it. So I'm gonna watch it. Matthew Vaughn.
Heard it was bad.
Huh?
Heard it was bad.
That's what I heard about Dune, and I enjoyed it.
Took you 2 years. 4 years.
What does that have to do with anything?
What do you mean? Took you 4 years to watch that movie.
What is that? But what does that have to do with anything? Right now.
What do you mean?
You just kind of
You
inserted.
just said-
What is the date and time on how long it took me to watch it?
I'm 4 years behind it, but I get the hype now. Like, what do you mean?
Yeah, because I watched it and now I enjoyed it. What the fuck? I like. Oh, huh? You're not gonna shame me because I fucking watched it late. What the fuck?
Argyle came out last year, bro.
Huh?
Argyle came out like last year.
It came out this year.
It came out 2023.
No, it came out this year.
No, it didn't.
In the beginning of the year.
That's cap. There's no way.
Man, I swear. 2024 film. It came out literally February 2nd. Came out in the beginning of the year.
God damn.
Why are you tripping?
Shit's flying by.
I know. It's just a lot of beef and drama has been really drowning out this year. It's been...
Yeah, man. I don't know. I don't think I can behind this.
I can.
I think this movie's gonna be
Another
fucking
disagreement
train wreck.
between us
I think
because you just want to disagree
What
today.
do you mean? Because I'm being technical and you're just like, oh man, you don't know what the fuck you're talking about. Like,
Yeah.
What do you mean? Like, what do you mean?
That's not...
Bro's doing a lot of waffling here. Like,
Oh.
what do you mean?
I just eat waffles.
Okay.
All right. We're going to move on.
Yeah.
Because you...
Cause you.
Anyways, let us know what you guys think. Dua Lipa, potentially Taron Egerton, Anthony and Joe Russo. Do you think that they have the chops to even direct the musical? Let us know. I think they got it. Josh thinks they don't. Let us know who's wrong. And then if not, I got a rebuttal with fuck you. we don't know.
Crazy, dude.
Anyways, moving on though. Daisy Ridley. Continuing to say that she has yet to read a script every single time she's asked, and most recently she's been asked one more time right before the Memorial Day weekend, and she told THR that she has not read actual words on actual paper, but a script is soon coming. That's her quote.
Damn, bitch, what's taking so long?
Well, I mean, we did say the SAG strike kind of stopped something. So, I mean, it was kind of understandable back in like February or March when they asked her and we talked about it then. But now we're already getting to the middle of the year and there's still nothing out.
Yeah.
I would assume a script would be in a director's hands in like
Probably.
the first week that they ask for it and then make tweaks from then on, you know?
Yeah.
But I guess, I don't know. What do you think?
They're probably not ready to fast track this movie yet, simply because of what's going on. They want to be very articulate about what the fuck's happening. So I could probably understand that. But it feels like they're gearing up more for that Grogu and Mando movie first. So that's probably where all their chips are right now. So they're like, oh, we'll get you one eventually. We're still cooking. But we got other shit going on with Mando and Ahsoka, basically.
Dave Filoni's doing some shit. You gotta take a seat.
Basically.
He fucking brought us back Anakin Skywalker.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Oh, you're not as excited as I thought you were gonna be.
Oh well, I mean, yeah, obviously he brought it back. Like I don't know where Ahsoka season 2's at or where Mando season.
They're probably trying to figure out how
4 is
to get around Stevenson, Ray Stevenson.
Probably, but it feels like a lot of Star Wars stuff has been put on a halt. I mean, Andor's supposed to come out when? You know what I mean? Like.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Like
Skeleton Crew, we're gonna get an Acolyte.
Oh yeah, we get Acolyte in a couple days.
Yeah, Acolyte's June 4th, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then Skeleton Crew's coming out like
I don't know if
September.
I don't know if I'm gonna be excited for Skeleton Crew.
Jude Law's in it.
Well, yeah.
The fuck?
What?
That's it?
Yeah.
Why?
What do you mean? Why?
Jude Law's in it.
Yeah, I know. I'm familiar with Jude Law.
Hi,
No, he was in Sherlock Holmes.
Yeah.
With Robert Downey Jr.
So what's the beef, stranger?
And he was in, not Inglourious Bastards, but he was in a war movie.
Oh yeah, I forgot what it's called.
Can't remember. But I don't know. I don't know. The premise alone makes me skeptical. Where it's like basically this guy's taking care of like younglings and stuff.
Huh? Is that what it is?
Yeah. Am I wrong? Am I wrong in that synopsis? I swear that was what I
Four kids make a mysterious discovery on their home planet that leads them to get lost in a strange and dangerous galaxy.
Oh no! So it's not about the younglings anymore? They're not Jedi. They're not Padawans. I swear I thought they were Padawans.
John Watts is directing a couple of episodes.
Yeesh! Oof! Now I definitely
Oh.
don't know.
What do you mean?
What do you mean? What do I mean? You can't keep having this conversation about John Watts, bro.
What is your? You're so. Yeah, it says 4 kids make a mysterious discovery on their home planet that leads them to get lost in a dangerous galaxy far, far away. Skeleton crew. Yeah, there's a bunch of kids in the cast. Look,
That's why I thought it was gonna be about Padawans.
it could be Padawans. We haven't even gotten a trailer for this thing
Oh
either.
yeah, no. I'm sure they're waiting for Star Wars.
Wow, this show's. I didn't even know it was about that. I thought it was like about motherfuckers that work in like a Imperial junkyard or something like that.
No.
Oh wow, this shit's gonna be fucking ass. Like a 2-pack of ass.
Yeah. See, so a lot of Star Wars stuff isn't really happening, and then the big stuff they decided to take a fat hiatus with.
Well, we're kind of excited for the Alkalite, right?
Well, yeah.
Okay.
Skeptical.
Yeah, well, and movies, we haven't had movies.
Yeah.
Clearly. We haven't movies.
I think the well is drying up, Disney. Start doing your fucking job, is what I say.
Yeah. I don't usually agree with this man, but yeah. Do your job. Stop laying off people. Do your job. Hire them back so they can help you.
Exactly. What are you doing?
Mhm.
Can't really help. You need them.
Yeah. Either way, I mean, hopefully this is kind of getting pushed back so they could get another director too. I mean, no offense, Shireen Obaid Chinoy. I don't know if she can direct a Star Wars movie.
Yeah, man. What do you know about Star Wars, lady? Come on now. Come on now.
Yeah, I don't. Maybe.
Dumb bitch. No, I'm
Well,
just kidding. I don't,
yeah,
I don't
hey.
know. I don't know if you're dumb or a bitch. I'm just kidding.
Oh, you don't know if she's a bitch either. Like,
Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know. Shit.
That was crazy how that just slipped out.
Yeah, I
though.
was kidding. It was a joke.
You good over there?
Yeah. You know I get passionate about Star Wars.
Oh yeah, yeah.
But I don't know how to feel. If she hasn't gotten the script yet, it's fine. I can only imagine her frustration when she's just like, I don't know, bro. I'm in the dark like you. Like you know what I mean? Like, that's like the best she can give people, and I think that's kind of funny.
Yeah, and also like thinking about like this is like a movie that people are gonna be watching. It's coming off a trilogy that people really didn't fuck with, or you know, it was 50-50 or
Yeah.
whatever, however you guys want to split it.
Yeah.
So I'm sure the anxiety is high, and then being asked these questions, and then still being like, well, nothing's there, and then you got Star Wars fans like us that are like, why not? And you know, it's kind of pretty sure it puts a lot of pressure.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure. Sounds about right.
But we're going to apply more. We need this movie to hurry up. We need all Star Wars media to hurry up. I need a Star Wars movie in theater so I can sit there and oogle and ogle and be like, like I did with Rogue One. The last best Star Wars movie that Disney has put out.
All right, man. All right. You get this is your one. No. but basically, yeah. I mean, they got a lot of stuff down the pipeline. I just need them to be done already, basically. Because I'm getting restless over here.
Should we go knock on their door?
We should. Disney's door.
Just be like, please.
Mm-hmm. Only for them to pull out a real lifesaver that they killed Navon. And they're like, who the fuck?
They're just going to wave it at us?
Yeah.
Like, what are you doing here?
Yeah.
Like, what prompted you to bring this out to us? Can we use it? Like,
Can we use it? No.
Yeah. So why'd you bring it out?
And they're like, hey, Butch, who's at the door? Oh, and then they're like, Mickey's gonna be like, so you want the movie?
What? Is it coming out of a tower or something? What is Mickey doing back there?
Well, yeah, I mean,
Why didn't he answer the door?
Well, because
I thought it's Mickey's house.
What do you? Well, yeah, but Mickey's.
And who's this random man inside of there holding this lightsaber, dude?
Like, man, damn. How about you give my creative brain time to function before you start asking questions and shit? Clearly, Mickey runs the house. The motherfucker opening the door is a bodyguard or something. And he pulled out the lightsaber, dude. That's like how my brain is functioning with that whole scenario.
Okay, keep going. Is that?
It's gone.
It's gone?
It's out the
Okay.
window. Goddamn.
All right. Well, let us know what you guys think. Is it troublesome to know that that Rey Skywalker has yet to get a script? Are you guys still excited for the new Jedi Order film? Let us know in the comments, John. John, trying to move it along here. Moving on though, Disney is still not done with Gina Carano, slamming her in the easiest and smallest ways possible, saying in court now that Gina Carano is misconstruing some of some of the actions that the company took. So obviously we've talked about this before in previous episodes. If you guys want to get 100% caught up, we've been kind of talking about it as new information has came out. Slight recap: Gina Carano is suing Disney for her firing of off of what is it, The Mandalorian, and her show was, what was it, Rogue Squad? No, it was something else.
New Republic.
New Republic, yeah.
Fighters, something like that.
Yeah, so she didn't get that show. It was supposed to be her spinoff. She didn't get that either. So Elon is now helping her sue Disney to get her some kind of compensation or get her job back, whatever happens or whatever Disney wants to do. So Disney is firing back to Gina Carano after she has said multiple times on Twitter. If you guys want to go check that out, she's been posting frequently about news that's been coming out and trying to build her case. Seems like she's been doing a lot more of the talking while Disney's been kind of silently doing little jabs. So now with this jab, the Disney legal team says that Gina Carano misconstrues the allegations in her own complaint. The remark was made in a reply memorandum filed on Thursday as part of Disney's motion to have the lawsuit dismissed. The House of Mouse further argues that the company is protected by First Amendment as an expressive entity to control its own message. Therefore, they say they have the right to cut ties with anyone they feel will impair its message. Though Carano does fire back and say that her statements were inoffensive and did not impair Disney's art, but the purpose of this lawsuit is for that judgment to be made, and it's not hers to make.
Damn. Okay, she really having them come down their bell tower. That's funny.
Mm-hmm.
Makes sense. But, I mean, the First Amendment and the freedom of speech and all that stuff sounds about right. And, of course, Disney is going to do the best in their interest to be like, we do whatever we can to protect the brand, and if you're not protecting said brand with us, you got to go. Is basically what they're saying. And Gina is just like, whoa, my remarks were not about the brand. But, I mean, she's by association, right?
Mm-hmm.
And at the time, The Mandalorian was hot off season 2, right?
Mm-hmm.
It was hot off season 2. It just had the best ending, like, known to man. It made me cry. Like, I remember. She was on the hype train for a while.
Yeah.
So, as soon for her to get that kind of statement and heat and stuff, of course it's gonna look damning to the brand. I would take it that way too. Like, whoa, you shouldn't have said any of that shit.
Mm-hmm.
We were gonna give you your show and stuff, and now you're saying all this random stuff, and people are gonna look at us sideways because you're still around. Like, we gotta cut you loose.
Yeah, Disney kind of says that in this as well, as they've said in the filing. Carano seriously misunderstands the scope of the First Amendment and the protection it affords to speech by private persons and entities. The sole government restriction at issue is the liability Carano seeks to impose on Disney because it did not want to associate its own artistic expression with Carano and her offensive comments. Disney has the right to create the art it chooses, including the right to avoid speaking through actors whose on-screen presence Disney believes undermines its artistic values. She instead concocts an unsupported and crabbed version of the First Amendment, one that would allow states to compel news outlets and other expressive entities to speak through employees who publicly stated viewpoints contradict their employees' messages so long as their comments are made off the job.
Okay, so if she was unemployed, if she was like, unemployed?
Mm-hmm.
Or if she wasn't in the middle of getting her own show and shit, it would have been fine to make those comments?
Yeah. Basically saying, like, news outlets have a different kind of First Amendment. They got to talk about things that not everybody necessarily agrees upon, but need to, express and make their stances so people can, that's a different kind of thing where, Gina Carano is working for a company that doesn't necessarily express their viewpoints like that, but they do so within their art, and for her to imply that that's what their art is implying, is something that Disney can't do. So they're allowing her the First Amendment, but they're saying that kind of hurts their brand because they're not in that kind of business.
Yeah.
That kind of business that she wants to be in is news outlets and stuff.
So, cut and dry, right? I mean, sure she's gonna make it look like she has a case where she was wrongfully fired for saying what she said under the First Amendment and whatnot. And Disney's gonna be like, well, you hurt our brand. You shouldn't have done that, so we let you go. And I mean, if there's a contract saying that she signed or whatever to give away and waiver that right, being a part of said brand, I mean, that's null and void, right? Like, that's not like anything they can do at that point. But the fact that Disney is like coming out of like to fucking swing at this, fucking swing at Gina Carano is crazy shit. Like, honestly.
Well, they're trying to put a stop to it. They're like, you're not getting your own damn show. Gina Carano did take to Twitter to kind of respond. Like I said, she did respond to the misconstruing comments. She says on Twitter, Disney, you have a problem. You call others what you yourselves are. You do and are the things you tell others not to do or be. You demand apologies and you can never figure out how to give one. My case should not be dismissed. I deserve the right to present this to my peers and judge in the court of law. Other artists in the industry should take notice. Most of you already know and appreciate all the messages, and I appreciate all the messages of support, and I thought you preach about listening to all women. Am I getting that right, Hollywood? Every ounce of me is woman, and I'm ready to be listened to. Double standards, hypocrisy, discrimination, things need to change, and they know it. And so does everyone else. Court date set June 12th in LA. Pray with me. Level heads prevail.
What a interesting chant you said at the bottom of the. No, I mean, good luck, I guess. June 12th, 11th.
June 12th.
In a couple days. Can't wait to hear that. It's gonna be fun.
I wonder if it's gonna be live.
That'd be cool.
That would be cool.
That would be very cool.
Could probably do like coverage on it.
You
That'd
know,
be nice.
but Disney, the shady bastards that they are gonna.
They're gonna be like, close the doors, put the chains on the doors.
And then Mickey's gonna come out like.
Why does he's always coming out, bro? Like, he's always coming out of somewhere. What is he doing back there? What is Mickey doing back there?
He's just coming out to like, they're gonna unveil the mouse and all this and stuff and all this and that, and then he's gonna throw the book at Gina. That's it.
And be like, oh,
yeah,
you can't win.
Yeah,
Bitch.
You're not getting your own show, bitch.
Easy. Gina Carano, I mean, I think she should have her day in court.
Obviously.
I mean, let her, present her evidence.
Win or lose.
I personally think, obviously certain things shouldn't have been said, and I've said this before. If you're representing yourself in a company, you should probably watch certain things that you say. I understand freedom of speech, but you got to understand, if you're going to pick certain words, you got to understand it's going to come with consequences.
Yeah.
Words come with consequences. Something you say is not going to, whether they're good or bad consequences. And if you're going to double down on those bad consequences, you're going to get even more shit. It's going to just happen. So, I mean, present your stuff.
No remorse isn't exactly a telling sign that you're sorry either. So,
So, I mean,
like, you obviously can't take that shit back. But, oh, man. Being like, well, fuck Disney isn't exactly the move after being fired.
And, I mean, I get her spot, too. Like, Kathleen Kennedy saying that you got to make a whole apology, be on a phone, go through this whole apology tour and everything in order for you. Like, I understand standing on your principles and, standing on business. But you got to understand, too, if you shouldn't say it, why would you say it? So now you got to pay the price. If you want what you want back, you got to pay the price. Consequences. It's just how shit
if she
works.
would have apologized and been like, okay, I'm quitting, I quit, then I'd understand, this kind of attitude toward Disney where it's like, well, they wanted to fire me for saying what I'm saying, but I quit instead. And then, I don't know, go on to act like you wanted to. She could have probably been in the same boat with like John Cena, Dave Bautista, all these people, if she just did all that and then, move forward. But instead, look, she got canned. No one will wire her. Now she's working with what's-his-face.
Yeah, I mean, that's why. And for a while, she was just like, well, I don't need them. And then hops to Daily Mail. It's like, well, dude, come on.
No, you need them. They are not paying you like Disney was.
Yeah. Let us know what you guys think. Gina Carano is having this back and forth with Disney. Disney actually coming down to be like, shut the fuck up, Gina. We're gonna
hey, stop screaming.
Yeah, we're gonna figure this out. We obviously are gonna have more to unpack. June 12th, the date is set to. Yeah. We're gonna hear a lot coming from that. We're going to know whether or not Gina Carano has a case in all of this as well. So we'll have full coverage on that. Let us know what your guys' thoughts are. Do you think Disney's being kind of aggressive with just trying to hit that dismissal altogether? Or, should they be meeting her halfway? Should they allow her to speak? Or should they see how bad she's kind of taken this? I mean, Gina Carano could be a little bit more apologetic about it as well, but
of course,
you got to stand on business. We understand. Let us know you guys' thoughts. But with that being said, that's going to be our last topic for this episode. If there's anything that we should be talking about that we haven't, any movies that you guys want us to review or TV shows, you guys want to hear your voice on one of these episodes, collab, talk to us, have the conversations on the mic. Let us know at the socials Josh is going to give you. Go ahead.
Twitter, TikTok, Instagram at FIlmBros Podcast. We're posting the episodes there. We can hit us up there for any news or movies you want us to cover. Buzzsprout, links in the bottom of the social I just gave you. It's like a Patreon. You subscribe, you help the show grow. We greatly appreciate it. You get special perks, things like that. Listen to us anywhere you get your podcast at FIlmBros Podcast, Spotify, YouTube Music, Apple Podcasts, or on a bunch of sites. Check us out. Again, anywhere you get your podcast at FIlmBros Podcast. Be a part of the conversation. Twitch at FIlmBros Podcast. And then subscribe to our YouTube when it's all said and done at FIlmBros Podcast.
Yeah. With that being said, we'll talk to you guys on the next one.
Talk to you guys later.